You know that feeling, right? You finally cross something huge off your to-do list, the big project is done, but instead of that rush of satisfaction you were expecting, there's just, well, nothing. Just a kinda empty feeling.
It can feel so transactional, can it? Like you just checked another box on some endless assembly line. There's no real pride, no connection to what you just did. Just this quiet hum of pressure to get on to the next thing and the next. But what if there was a way to change that?
Well, that's exactly what we're going to get into. Inspired by the writer James Clear, we're going to explore a really simple idea that has a pretty profound promise, that a tiny shift in how we approach our daily tasks can fundamentally change not just our results, but who we actually are.
So, first things first, we've got to understand the problem, and we can call it the good enough trap. It's that mindset where we're just rushing to the finish line, not really paying attention to the race itself.
I mean, just think about it. Our whole culture pretty much celebrates productivity. How many things did you get done? How fast did you clear that inbox? We get so focused on the quantity of what we do that we completely forget about the quality of our effort. And that creates this cycle of just doing things to get them done.
So how do we break out of this trap? Well, it's by introducing a new way of thinking. Let's call it a personal standard of care. And this isn't a standard that's set by your boss or your family. Nope. This is one you set for yourself.
And this gets to the absolute heart of the idea from James Clear. He says, whatever you're doing, do it well. But it's the why that's so powerful. He explains that when you do this, you prove to yourself that you're the type of person who does things well. See? It's not about showing off or impressing anybody else. It's about collecting evidence for yourself. And this really shows the shift, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the get-it-done mindset. It's all about the outcome, just checking the box. It's purely transactional. But the do-it-well mindset, that's totally different. It focuses on the process. It aims for excellence, and that's what makes it so transformational.
Now, let's be super clear about something. This is not a call for perfectionism. You don't have to spend 5 hours agonizing over a 2-sentence email. This is about something deeper. It's about self-respect. It's about believing that you are worthy of your own best effort, even when no one is watching.
Okay, so what does this actually look like day to day? Because this isn't just some lofty philosophy. It's a real, concrete practice. A simple, super accessible habit that you might call the extra minute.
Okay, so take a thank you note. The standard way is just to write thank you. Done. But with an extra minute, you add just one specific detail. So instead of thanks for lunch, it becomes, thanks for lunch, I really loved our conversation about that new project. That tiny little effort, it changes everything.
Or how about a workout? Look, it's one thing to just show up and kind of go through the motions. It's something else entirely to bring real focus and intention to every single set, to do it as well as you possibly can. The first one is just checking a box. The second one is actually building strength.
And this even applies to how we talk to each other. Are we just waiting for our turn to speak, thinking about what we're going to say next? Or are we taking that extra moment to truly listen, to actually understand? One is just a transaction of words. The other is a real connection.
And that's the real secret here. We're not talking about raising the bar to some impossible new height. We're just nudging it up a little bit. It's just one extra minute, one more specific thought, one more focused rep. That little bit of extra care is almost always available to us if we just decide to use it.
So what happens when you start investing these little extra minutes day after day? Well, this is where the magic really kicks in. This is how these tiny acts of care start to compound into something huge. You see, true, lasting change isn't really about behavior. It's about identity. You can force yourself to do something new for a day or two, sure, but a change only really sticks when it becomes a part of who you believe you are. When you consistently choose to do things well, even the smallest things, you're building a mountain of proof for yourself. Day by day, you're showing yourself that you're the kind of person who has high standards, that you're capable, that you care, and your self-respect just grows right along with it.
James Clear has this powerful way of putting it. He says every action you take is like casting a vote for the type of person you want to become. That well-written email, that's a vote. That focused workout, another vote. That conversation where you really listened, each one is a small, quiet vote for the person you're building.
And over time, all those little votes, they add up. You don't just change your habits, you literally change your identity. You stop trying to be a person with high standards, and you just become one.
Because in the end, this isn't really about productivity, is it?
It's not about having a perfectly clean to-do list. The real goal is a much deeper kind of transformation. It's about forging a new identity for yourself, one that's built on a foundation of care, respect, and quiet excellence.
So that just leaves us with one final simple question. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. What is one small thing, an email, a chore, a simple conversation, that you can choose to do just a little bit better? Because that one small thing might just be the first vote for the person you're about to become.